start with revision. Po dobu trvania for. Od nejakého bodu since. Obdobie period. Bod point. What's the difference between for and since? What's the difference between for and since? The difference between for and since is that we use the word for when we say a period of time, whereas we use the word since when we say the point at which the period began. Well done. Give me some examples of for. Give me some examples of for, please. Pol hodinu, for half an hour. Good. Dva týždne, for 2 weeks. Well done. Now give me some examples of since. Od minulého týždňa. Since last week. Od minulého júna. Since last June. Júna, áno, tak. Good. How long have you been in this room for? I've been in this room for 40 minutes. Good. Since when has she been in this room? She's been in this room since 5 p.m. Good. How long have you lived in this town for? I lived in this town for 20 years?
No,
40 years. Okay. Since when has she lived in this town? She's lived in this town since 76. Well done. About how long have you known me for? I've known you for 3 months. Good. Since when has she known me? She's known you since April. Well done. Have you been able to speak English for more than 10 years? Yes, no? No, I haven't been able to speak English for more than 10 years. Well done. Have you been able to speak English since you were a young child? Yes, no? No, I haven't been able to speak English since I was a young child. Kuchyňa, kitchen. Chladnička, fridge. Mraziak, freezer. Sporák, cooker. Umývadlo, sink. Mikrovlnka, microwave. Good. What kind of things does a kitchen usually contain? A kitchen usually contains a fridge, a freezer, a cooker, a sink, etc. Does meat last longer in a fridge or a freezer? Meat lasts longer in a fridge or in a freezer? Meat lasts longer in a freezer. Well done. Why do some people like using microwaves? Some people like using microwaves because they cook at the beginning of your studies? Did you find English pronunciation a little difficult at the beginning of your studies? Yes, no? Yes, I found English pronunciation a little difficult at the beginning of my studies. Do you hope your English studies will help your future career? Do you hope your English studies will help your future career? Yes, no? Yes, I hope my English studies will help my future career. Well done, good. Požičať pri tvári lend, zvrátiť, return. Would you lend me some money if I ask you? Would you lend me some money if I ask you? Yes, no? Yes, I'd lend you some money if you ask me. If you lend something to somebody and they didn't return it, what did you do? If you lend something to somebody and they didn't return it, what did you do? If I lend something to somebody and they didn't return it, I'd say ask for it back. Krstné meno, first name. Priezvisko, surname. What's your first name? My first name is Nadia. My first name's Nadia. Nadia. What's your surname? My surname's Gurikova. Okay. Herec, actor. Again, actor. Herečka, actress. Again, actress. Slávny, famous. Again, famous. Good. Filmová hviezda, film star. Would you like to be famous? Yes, no? Yes, I'd like to be famous. Well done. What's a film star? A film star is a famous actor or actress in the cinema world. Tell me the names of some famous film stars, please. The names of some famous film stars. The names of some famous film stars are Leonardo DiCaprio, Johnny Depp, etc. Name a few famous people in history. A few famous people in history are Shakespeare, Einstein, etc. Okay. Now let's start with a new word. Okay. Repeat after me. Think of. Myslieť na. What was the first thing you thought of when you woke up this morning? The first thing I thought of when I woke up this morning was my little son. Okay, well done. Repeat after me. Safe. Bezpečný. Safety. Bezpečnosť. On your own. Sám. Alebo samostatne. What's the opposite of the word dangerous? The opposite of the word dangerous is safe. Well done. Do you think it's safe to shop online? Yes, no? Yes, I think it's safe to shop online. Good. worry about their children's safety. Well done. Is it safe for young children to cross the road on their own? Is it safe for young children to cross the road on their own? Yes, no. No, it isn't safe for young children to cross the road on their own. On their own. Do you like going on holiday on your own? Do you like going on holiday on your own? Yes, no? Yes, I like going on holiday on my own. On my own. Good. Repeat after me. Lay. Lay. To je ležal minulý čas od lie. What's the past of the verb to lie? What's the past of the verb to lie? The past of the verb to lie is lay. Lay. How long did you lie in bed for last night? How long did you lie in bed last night? I lay in bed for 8 hours last night. Repeat after me. Sir. To je pán. Madam. Pani alebo madam. Gentleman. To je gentleman, tiež oslovenie pána. Lady. Lady, tiež slečna. Customer. Zákazník. Officer. Úradník. To be polite, people who work in shops, hotels, etc. use the words sir, madam, or miss. Okay? So to be polite, people who work in shops, hotels, etc. use the words sir, madam, or miss when they speak to customers. Okay? Also in the army, a soldier calls his officer sir. Okay? In the army, okay, soldiers call his officers sir. And at school, a pupil sometimes calls his teacher sir or miss. A pupil sometimes calls his teacher sir or miss. So when do people use the words sir and madam? When do people use the words sir and madam? People use the words sir and madam to be polite. When they are speaking to their customers in a shop. Their officers in the army. Or their teachers at school. Give me an example, please. Give me some example. Prepačte, pani, môžem vám pomôcť? Excuse me, sir. Can I help you? Can I help you? Môžem vám pomôcť? Right. When we want to sound polite, we can use the words gentleman and lady instead of man and woman. Okay? When we want to sound polite, we can use the words gentleman and lady instead of man and woman. Okay? For example, we can say, who is the gentleman over there? Okay? Or the lady I spoke to on the phone yesterday told me to call again today. Right? Those were examples. So let's practice. When do we use the words gentleman and lady? When do we use the words gentleman and lady? We use the words gentleman and lady instead of woman and man. When we want to sound polite. Give me some examples, please. Some examples. Try
of these
two gentlemen, gentlemen gave you the book. The book. Good. Repeat after me. Title. Title. Alright. Everybody has a title. Okay? Everybody has a title. For most people it is Mr., Mrs., Miss, or Ms. Okay? So everybody has a title, and for most people it's Mr., Mrs., Miss, and Ms. Okay? For example, John Brown's title is Mr. Brown. Okay? So John's Brown title is Mr. Brown. The title Mrs. is for married women. Okay? So the title Mrs. is for married women, but the title Miss is for unmarried women. Okay? The title Miss is for unmarried women. The title Ms. can be used for either married or unmarried women. Okay? So the title Ms. can be used either for married or unmarried women. Alright? Some people have other titles, okay, such as Sir and Lady. For example, Sir Paul McCartney, okay, or Lady Diana, right? So, what's your title? Tell me, what's your title? My titles is Miss. My titles, Miss. My titles, Miss. Well done, good. Give me examples of Sir and Lady used as titles. Give me examples of Sir and Lady used as titles. Try some examples of Sir and Lady used as titles. Used as titles are Sir Paul McCartney and Lady Diana. Lady Diana. Good. Repeat after me. Standard. Standard. Height. To je výška. Okay. Which two countries have the highest standard of living in the world? Which two countries have the highest standard of living in the world? Norway and Iceland have the highest standards of living in the world. What's the standard height for a man in this country? What's the standard height for a man in this country? The standard height of a man for a man in this country is 5 feet. Is about 5 feet.